After my wife's trust fund unlocked at 30, she said, "Thanks for the placeholder years, but I'm done." I replied, "Funny, I just unlocked a prenup." She actually laughed when I said it. "What prenup? We never signed one." That's when I pulled out my phone and showed her the document. Her face went white. See, 3 years ago, her grandmother called me privately. But let me back up to how this all started. I met Sarah in college when she was this sweet, insecure girl who seemed genuinely interested in philosophy and helping people. We'd spend hours talking about changing the world. She'd tear up watching documentaries about poverty. I fell hard, but the moment we moved in together after graduation, something shifted. She started making comments about my temporary job at the nonprofit. "Once my trust fund kicks in, you won't have to pretend to care about saving the world anymore," she'd say with this weird smile. At first, I thought she was joking, but the comments got more frequent, more cruel. She'd introduce me to her friends as my charity case and laugh like it was funny. When I got promoted to program director, she rolled her eyes and said, "Playing house is cute, but let's be realistic about your earning potential." The worst part was how calculated it became. She started a countdown app on her phone. Each 47 days until freedom, she'd announce at dinner parties. People would laugh uncomfortably, but she'd just shrug. "What? We all know this is temporary." I started documenting everything. The way she'd talk about our future like I wasn't in it. The vision boards she'd make with solo travel plans and single girl apartment layouts. The conversations she'd have with friends where she'd forget I was in the room. I mean, he's sweet, but come on. I overheard her telling her sister, "You don't marry the practice boyfriend. He's like training wheels before the real thing." That's when her grandmother called me. "That girl's been counting down to her trust fund since high school." She said, "But I've been watching you. You're good to her. Even when she's not good to you, you still bring her coffee in bed every morning, even after she spends the evening talking about replacing you." Grandma Rose had been widowed for 20 years and lived in this huge Victorian house downtown. She'd invite us for dinner every Sunday, and I genuinely loved talking with her. She was sharp, funny, and had built her late husband's small business into a multi-million-dollar empire. "I see how you light up when you talk about your work," she continued, "and I see how my granddaughter dims that light a little more each day. What my wife didn't know was that Grandma had been secretly funding our life the whole time. The apartment we lived in, Grandma owned it through an LLC. My freelance consulting income that mysteriously appeared every month to cover our bills, that was Grandma too, paying me through a shell company she'd set up. She thinks she's waiting for her inheritance," Grandma explained, "but I've been testing both of you this whole time. You've never asked me for a dime. You work overtime at that nonprofit, come home exhausted, and still treat my granddaughter like she's precious. Meanwhile, she's been calling me monthly to ask about updating my will." Grandma showed me the emails, dozens of them. Sarah suggesting that the trust fund should be larger, asking about the timeline, even recommending financial advisors who could maximize the family wealth. She'd never mentioned any of this to me. The prenup wasn't traditional. It was disguised as a rental agreement for the apartment. My wife had signed it without reading, assumed it was just paperwork. But buried in the legal language was a clause. If she initiated divorce proceedings within 5 years, she'd forfeit any claim to assets acquired during the marriage, including her trust fund payments that had been flowing into our joint account for 6 months. "You can't be serious," she whispered, scrolling through the document. "Dead serious. Your grandmother was smarter than both of us." She tried calling Grandma, but the old woman had already changed her will. The trust fund gone, the apartment mine now. Sometimes the people who love you most see what's coming before you do. My wife learned that loyalty isn't just about blood, it's about character.